Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1. We're fucking live.
Alrighty.
We are live. How is the two people doing?
Very good.
Very,
Very
very
good.
good.
One of our. Yeah, we have a late person.
We have a late person at the moment. Hi, my name is Nico, as probably some of you guys that watch me content on a regular would know. Person joining me at the moment is Toast Farmer.
Hi, everyone.
And we're supposed to have one other bloke, another mate of mine called Vesper, part of the podcast, but he's sort of just disappeared, and I guess he might be late, or if he's not late, he probably won't be here today, sadly. So I guess it might just be me and you.
Yep, sounds fine to me.
Sounds fine to you? Problem, don't you?
Yep.
Just tell me.
Yes. Should you start with the
Yeah,
news?
well, we'll quickly explain what the podcast is first for some of the new people that turn up anyway. Popping Pulse is initially just going to be a couple of us gamers just talking about video games and gaming news, really. We're going to obviously start off with some quickfire articles. Just some of them will be sourced and some of them will be ripped from some of these articles. And I'll just put some of the cliff points of what's been going on in the last week. And then we will turn around and come down to some main articles that we want to sit down and have a discussion about. So yeah, I guess we could get started, suppose, on the articles as well. All right, first point in the news for the last week that I noticed since I started fucking getting the articles was all Overwatch League teams will be playing in their home cities in 2020. The source was from PC Gamer. In just a few years, having a hometown Overwatch League team will actually mean you have a hometown team. Kind of
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is a little interesting. League Commissioner Nate Nanza announced today that starting in 2020, all OWL teams, I don't know what OWL means, I don't keep up with, I'm sorry, I don't watch competitive Overwatch, so if anyone knows what that means, you're more than welcome to tell me. Will actually play in their home cities. Nate Nanza said on Twitter, the Overwatch League is coming home and away. Starting in 2020, all Overwatch League teams will be playing in their home cities. We're super excited to see our original version brought to life. Thanks to all of our fans for your amazing support. Then the article reads after that, now don't be expected that these cities to plant massive stadiums in some empty lots between now and then. No, mate, we'll just build like this massive fucking stadium just for Overwatch, and that's it. That's just it.
Yeah, my only question here is how much is this going to draw people in? They've been pushing Overwatch League, or whatever it's called, for years now.
True.
It's been plagued with quite a lot of controversy.
Yeah, I've heard some of the controversy behind it all.
Banning players and just for simple things.
It's been kind of a
it's
going to be kind of a shit show at the moment. So I don't know. It could go well. I don't know. Like, it might bring some more people in that are able to want to actually sit down and watch them live, which is probably pretty good.
Yeah.
But do expect to revisit the pants brawl. Oh, okay. And leave the house to truly catch the game. So that was from PC Gamer. Now, that's probably a cool sort of, I don't know, I think it's still a good idea, but as you said just earlier, like, it's Overwatch League has been sort of plagued with controversy lately, so it's been kind of
and a dwindling player base of Overwatch in general.
Yeah, that's it. It kind of sucks too, because Overwatch is a pretty decent game, but it's just a lot of the they've been doing a lot of bad moves lately, which hasn't helped.
Yeah.
Right, so it was the second quickfire article. Microsoft is adapting Microsoft Live's matchmaking and chat features for PC and other platforms. Sources from PC Gamer. Personally, I don't know from that article whether anybody would use it, but okay. This morning, Microsoft announced a new game developer-focused initiative that brings its already existing game development platforms, tools, and services under a single ecosystem called GameStack. Okay. Those services include Azure, pronounce that, DirectX, Visual Studio, Xbox Live App, Xbox Live App Center, Havoc, and others, including PlayFab and complete backend for building and operating live multiplayer games. Microsoft's goal with building all those services together, which are also available still in a la carte. I guess that.
A la carte,
Yeah,
Nico.
I guess that's a place. is to. I guess it's a place. Is to make it easier for developers to continually monitor their games' performance and communities, which can mean better game experiences for players.
Oh, well, I don't have a particular opinion on this.
And I know my opinion is that you've got Discord, don't you?
Yep.
I personally don't see like anybody using the Microsoft in-game feature unless you're playing cross-platform with someone that's on Xbox. I
feel sorry for all those people.
And you can also talk to people on the Xbox Live app anyway on PC, so it's do that.
Yeah.
I personally don't see the huge issue. Please first don't see it. This has sort of just been summarised for me because it's only just something small and something quick and easy. Battlefield 5 is getting its Firestorm Battle Royale mode this month.
Shame about
that's
the game.
Right. Shame about the fucking game, eh? Finally coming out this month. After some long wait, we got the new trailer for the mode, and people have mixed opinions on whether it's going to be any good due to the saturation of the BR market at the moment. Firestorm drops on March 25th. Are you going to be playing it or what?
Well, I have it. I might give it a try, but yeah, I don't have much interest in it. The Battlefield 5 is
like I've got many problems with what it's going to be like. But
the concept is interesting, but yeah, I'm not too sure about it, especially considering there was a helicopter in the trailer, and we're talking World War II here.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure of what the direction is right now.
I don't know what the direction will be either. It kind of sounds like it's just not very interesting. Alright, next article. No Man's Sky Beyond announced with the reveal of No Man's Sky Online. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe it's a big focus towards multiplayer in No Man's Sky, which is good. I expected some sort of PvP online update for No Man's Sky.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Beyond hasn't been announced, and it's part of the No Man's Sky Online free DLC. Not much has been announced on what will be coming in the DLC, but will hopefully be further in the right direction Hello Games have been pushing toward. Which I hope so. I really, really do hope so, because like what was the one that they really the last update that really did good work? Was it Next, was it?
I believe it was. I haven't been following it for a little while now, but yeah, they've been dropping smaller updates since.
Something we've got to play a bit more on. Like we got playing it a while ago.
Yeah.
It's a damn good game now.
It is. It's not too bad. Much more improved over the shit show that it was before, and the eternal disappointment.
Very, very disappointing. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, the last quickfire article: Brendan Green leaving PUBG. Source Eurogamer.
Yeah, I think he's just done with the game in general.
Yeah. Brendan Green, aka Player Unknown, has moved on from PUBG to build a new division focused on research and game development. In a statement, Green said he was moving from Seoul to Amsterdam to lead a new division of PUBG Corp called PUBG Special Projects. So that he's technically not leaving.
No, he's technically not leaving, but I could understand I'm surprised he's actually lasted this long at the company.
Yeah, that's it.
The game's been in a sort of a downward spiral for quite a while
Yeah,
now.
shit poster in the chat.
Yeah. What do we got in the chat here?
While Green remains a
I agree there, mine 1001.
fucking While Green remains a consulting creative director on PUBG development of the Battle Royale phenomenon, is now led by Tae Sok Gang. Okay, I've pronounced that very fucking poorly. And the PUBG team.
I am offended.
Past
actually.
5 years of my life has been all about Battle Royale, Green said in his statement today. From the early days working on a mod to getting the chance to create my vision for a Battle Royale title, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's been an incredible journey and our game has reached heights I never thought possible. Seeing the game grow into what it is today has been a dream come true. And I can't thank our fans and the incredible team at PUBG Corporation enough. Green's impact on the video game industry has been immense. After PUBG launched on Steam in December 2017, it quickly shot to the top of the most played chart, pulling in millions of players every day. PUBG's popularity spawned a raft of rival Battle Royale games, arguably without PUBG, so forth. But
that's true. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He's done quite a bit. He's done quite a bit.
Yeah. Credit where credit is due. The PUBG did spawn a lot of what is currently in the Battle Royale genre. That said, though, they
did really miss the ball towards near the end.
Well, immediately after launch, it started, pretty much losing players.
I wouldn't say that, because after launch, it was at its, it was just gaining.
Yeah, it was at its peak, 3.2 million after December.
Oh no, you're talking about. Oh, you're not talking about the beta.
Yeah, I'm talking about its actual launch. Yes. Yeah, sadly, that's why I'm saying I'm surprised you didn't leave the project sooner.
Yeah, so am I. I don't personally. It's not really a shock to me. Seeing how it's going and everything. So yes, let's. Now we're on to probably big articles, and thanks Phil Joe for the follow, and how are you, Phil Joe? How's your day been? All right. Okay, I think we could probably start with the BAFTA nominations 2019 for the video.
Go on.
Right, I'll just bring up the article. This is from IGN. Alright, let everyone get to see what the article is. Alright, BAFTA Games 2019 nominations have been announced. Okay. And apparently God of War has been nominated.
Yep, it's on the screen.
Apparently
Very good.
God of War has been nominated for a fuck ton, which is not surprising.
Well, that's understandable,
it's not understandable how great that was. Alright. BAFTA's 2019 nominees for Best Game: Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Astro Bot Rescue Mission, Celeste, God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, Return to Obra Dinn.
Okay, so what do you think?
To be really honest with you, Odyssey really shouldn't be in there. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It shouldn't really be even in there.
Yeah, it's in another Assassin's Creed game. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it really stands up to God of War or Red Dead Redemption 2 or
any
of those.
Well, see, the thing is, I think God of War should get it. God of War had a much better storyline and a much better graphics, in my honest opinion. And it just, from start to finish, it was just like balls to the wall insane, and it just dragged you in to the point where you just couldn't stop playing it.
Yeah, I agree.
So you haven't played Red Dead 2 yet, have you?
No, I haven't. I've been basically holding off until it's on PC.
I'm
one of those.
For the fucking lords at coming on PC.
Yes.
Well, from my experience, Red Dead Redemption 2 was good. Don't get me wrong; it's still a phenomenal game. It does deserve to be in that list. But my honest opinion, from when I played it, it's just that step below God of War. In my honest opinion, not by a huge step.
Yes.
By a very small margin.
Have you played any of the other games on this list? On the best game?
I haven't. No, Astro.
Oh yeah, I've played Celeste. It's fantastic, and it deserves pretty much all the praise it gets. fantastic. Though, yes, I don't know if it'd be best game of the year, though.
Don't know if it's best game of the year.
No. As for the other two games, I have not played.
Oh, okay. Well, as I said, we'll see how that goes anyway. When does it actually start? It starts... The winners will be announced Thursday, April 4th. So, all right, we'll go down to other nominees. BAFTA's 2019 nominees for British game. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
There are some interesting
right.
games that are on here. 11 to 11 Memories Retold. I haven't seen that one. Forza Horizon 4. Res Dead Redemption 2. I'm not.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check this. I'm not sure if that's a typo or
I'm
a legit
I'm
game,
pretty sure it's a typo. Actually, I forgot to put the article in.
Very interesting. I'm gonna have to look up this Res Dead Redemption.
Yeah, this Res Dead Redemption 2. You should have the article. Just bring it up.
Yep. All right. Very interesting game there, IGN.
Yes, it's a very one of those interesting indie titles, Res Dead Redemption 2.
So yeah, what are your thoughts? I haven't played 2 Point Hospital yet. And
okay, well I've played.
I
have played Forza Horizon 4. I've played Red Dead Redemption 2, and I have played 2 Point Hospital. Now, obviously Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to get the award, hands down. Forza Horizon 4, I could again, it's for best British game, so I can understand. I can understand why it's there.
To be fair, it's all going to go to Res Dead Redemption 2.
Res Dead Redemption 2.
Like,
great article. It's just no typos whatsoever.
Not going to lie, though, the gay sex scenes really won me over.
For God's sake. 2 Point Hospital is actually surprisingly not a bad. It's a very faithful adaptation to Theme Hospital, which is a game that I remember fondly growing up with, and it's a very, very awesome game in my honest opinion. And 2 Point Hospital, I think, is very, very up there when it comes to a good, decent sort of like hospital sort of strategy game. I quite enjoyed it. I think we can move on to the next one after we stop cacking ourselves laughing at that fucking typo.
In all fairness, though, it'll probably be Red Dead Redemption 2. It's probably going to be.
Nominees.
Artistic achievement.
For artistic achievement. Detroit Become Human, Grizz, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Return of Obra Dinn.
Yeah, this is I'm not sure. There's a lot of games in here that I wouldn't have normally considered an artistic
achievement. Red Dead, Marvel, Spider-Man, kind of. Like, don't be wrong, it's graphically gorgeous. But when it comes to sort of something like artistic, kind of. God of War, 100%.
It's
Detroit Become Human. No, it was like the style and the storyline is very, very good. Right, if no one has bought Detroit Become Human yet, go fucking buy it. It's brilliant. But but when it comes down to it, it's I wouldn't class it as an artistic achievement. My honest opinion.
No.
But that's probably a controversial fucking statement. By the way, I forgot to tell you, boys, ladies and gents, this is going to be lots of swearing. Sorry about that.
Very much so. So shall we move on to audio achievement?
Battlefield 5, Detroit Become Human, God of War, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Tetris Effect.
Okay. Well, Battlefield 5, regardless of what I say about the game itself, audio has always been very good in the Battlefield series.
Very much so.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Audio
here.
and visuals have always been top of the line when it comes to Battlefield.
Yes. You've played Detroit, so what can you say about its audio?
Yeah, I can see why it's in there. Well, its soundtrack was pretty phenomenal. Well, so I can. Yes, definitely yes. When it comes to,
we've got quite a lot of nominees to go through should probably push through them.
Thanks, Wang. I'll talk to you later. Sorry, so I'm going to the chat.
Yep.
Right. Spider-Man, I could see. But pretty much, I think all of them on there. Yeah, I could see that's probably a very good nominees. Again, God of War. Sorry, I can't keep praising God of War enough. That was my game of last year.
Yeah, it's in all the. It's nominated for all these achievements for a reason.
God, yeah. Like God of War was my honest opinion, just brilliant. So, every time I see the name, I sit there and I just sit there and drool. Like I've got to play it again. All right, nominees for debut game. I haven't played in years. I don't know. I can't really say much. Beat Saber, Cultist Simulator, Donut Country, Florence, Grizz, Yoku's Island. Press.
I keep hearing constant stuff about Cultist Simulator, so that's really the only one I know too much about here.
Cultist Simulator I've heard like good things about, but I've never played it myself. So it might be something that I might have to give a go, I suppose. Nominees for Evolving Game. Destiny 2 Forsaken.
Yes, yeah.
No, should not even be on that list.
Mate, Fortnite, come on.
Just
give me Fortnite.
Destiny 2 Forsaken, Elite Dangerous, Beyond, Fortnite, Overwatch, Sea of Thieves, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
In all fairness, like I've played pretty much every one of these except maybe Sea of Thieves. I'd probably give it to Tom Clancy's. It's been slow. It's been growing ever since it released. Basically.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege has just gotten better and better and better and better as time has gone. And as I said, they've been the amount of balancing changes they've done, the amount of characters they've brought, the amount of content they've just brought to this game is just incredible. And it's just they've done quite a lot of work to the game, and I think they do deserve it. Destiny 2, no. In my honest opinion, when it comes to Destiny, they've dropped the ball. Like, the second game was supposed to be the second game was supposed to be the game that, you know, everyone was going to turn around and go, wow, they've changed everything, they've fixed a lot of things, they've done a lot of good with the game. You know, we should just stick with it, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't the case. It was just the same shit again, repackaged.
Yeah.
And everyone's just turned around and was like, "Yeah, no." The only thing I will praise Destiny 2 for is their main story. I did personally like their main story. I know you wouldn't think much of it.
No, I didn't really think much of Destiny in general.
Which is fair enough. Overwatch, kind of.
It's always updating and having new characters introduced and new maps. Again, dwindling player base though.
But see, the game that should have been actually on that list should have been. Oh, I don't know. Is it based off last year's?
Oh, we got a comment here. Reminder that Sea of Thieves was an early access game disguised as a $60 polished AAA title. Yeah, that is very much true.
That is very much true. Yes. When it comes to Elite Dangerous, not Elite Dangerous, well, Destiny 2, did Forsaken come out this year or did it come out last year?
Believe it. Most of these games are quite old. It's just because they're ongoing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm meaning when it comes to the DLC, like for Destiny. I mean, I think Forsaken came out, I think, the end of last year.
I do not know.
Yeah, so I think I was about to say, because if they were doing it like technically for this year, right? Currently, like Division 2 should really be on. Division 2, like, again, I can't keep praising enough as much as I'm a big Division fan. That they've just, unlike Destiny 2,
I mean,
they have gotten better.
Yeah. So what about Family Game? That's the next one down.
Family Game. So we've got.
Yeah.
Do you want to read these one
out? Yeah, sure. Lego Disney, Pixar's The Incredibles, Nintendo Labo, Overcooked 2, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, Super Mario Party, and Yoku's Island Express. Alright, so from my understanding, I haven't really played any of these. Only one I can really say anything about is Mario Party, which I'm forever disappointed in those games.
Forever disappointed. Is it because you shit at the game? Just tell us.
No. The modern Mario Parties if they don't end in someone getting stabbed or something, then it's not really a Mario Party.
Fucking hell, Luke.
Like, you're not wanting to kill you, friendships breaking up, people getting stabbed. That's what it's about.
Getting stabbed. Jesus Christ. Personally, I think it probably should go to Pikachu, Pokemon.
Yeah, it probably will.
Personally, even though I've sort of stopped playing
Although-
Pokemon altogether, because I think it's the same game, but a lot of it's definitely still a very growing fan base even today. So I think that should knock it out of the park, or probably overcook, I suppose. Nominees
Okay.
for game beyond entertainment.
Yeah, what do they mean by this? Game beyond entertainment, because for what is Life is Strange done out of? And I don't get it.
I don't get the article either. But the article, the nomination.
Yeah, this seems just very pretentious.
I guess they're
quite
trying to mean
honestly.
it's something that went past enjoyment. I'm guessing,
Yeah,
like went above and beyond enjoyment and content.
Hmm.
Like, if that's the case, then yeah, I could see probably some of them on there.
Well, the only ones out of this I've played are Celeste and Life is Strange, and I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Celeste.
The only one I can see having an application outside of the game itself is Nintendo Labo, but
Yeah, because it's
yeah,
very
it's because it's cardboard.
yeah it's very much yeah. Next one.
Okay, I'm just going to move on to the next one.
Nominees for game design: Astro Bot Rescue Mission, Celeste, God of War, Into the Breach. What? Minute?
What minute?
Okay. Return to Oberdeen. Obviously, God of War.
I mean, I'm seeing this return of the Obra Dinn a lot, so I might actually have to check this out.
Yeah, we might have to check it.
But yeah, game design. I have been very interested in Into the Breach. Have yet to play it, but from these, yeah, God of War is definitely fantastic in its game design. Nothing sort of feels wasted.
No, all of them seem to be good nominations. Those ones.
Yep.
Nominees for game innovation.
Nominees. Yep.
Astro Bot.
They've Okay, we've got another spelling
What
mistake.
is this?
Nintendo Labo, now with an E. Well done,
Well,
IGN.
well done, IGN. You've done it again. You've fucked up another word.
We got another a couple other comments here. Nintendo Labo for the win. I agree there. Mine 1001. I'm soy facing so hard right now. Very good.
Okay.
And Life is Strange is beyond entertainment by tricking you into thinking you've been entertained by it. Again, I'd agree.
I haven't played Life is Strange, so I can't comment. I know my partner has; she likes them, but I don't know.
Yep.
Nominees for mobile game. Definitely no one here's played them, so can we skip?
Yep. That skipped
Yeah,
immediately.
skip immediately.
Nominees for best multiplayer. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say Smash Bros straight away because I don't see any of those.
Smash Bros or A Way Out.
Yeah, I haven't played.
A Way Out, but I do. Have
I
a friend
believe
of mine
that's
that just swears by how great the co-op is.
That's the prison
Yes.
game, correct? Yeah, that is interesting, but I have yet to
That
play
might
it.
be something we might play on stream, actually.
Very good. Well, I'm just going to say Smash Bros mainly because I don't believe Battlefield 5 deserves this, since it's had a mess of hacking and
It's just void of content in general. Like you're missing like half of the war. It's just
yeah. But I mean, as from a multiplayer perspective, it's barely playable in its current state.
It's very,
according to what I've been hearing from many different sources.
Yeah, it's very bad.
And from my own personal experiences playing it. Yep. Shall we move on to nominees for music?
Celeste, Far Cry 5, Florence, God of War, Riz, and Tetris Effect.
For first of all, I'm just going to say Celeste for me. The music in that game is fantastic.
Yep. Far Cry 5 was alright. God of War had amazing music as well. Tetris Effect, obviously, had pretty good music. I think they're pretty solid titles to be nominated for that one.
Yep, fairly solid, yep. Nominees for narrative: Florence, Frostpunk, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, or Return of the Obra Dinn. Yeah, I'm probably going to give it to God of War in this one.
Yeah, 100%.
narrative was
It
fantastic.
was like Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah, and Marvel and Spider-Man, yeah. But it's just, I'm sorry, but God of War just shat all over. It's just it did. Like, as I said, it's just Red Dead. Don't get me wrong. As I said, Red Dead Redemption 2 is just absolutely just awesome. Probably one of the best games I've played. But yes, he said 7p. Okay, well we just got a message from Vesp. He said, "What? You said 7 p.m." No, I said 6 p.m.
Here we have everyone. Some very good organisation going
I
on here,
said
people.
6. I definitely said 6. Hang on a minute.
Is someone late and gay?
Just told him. They just messaged me
Very
going. It was like, wait, you said 7? No, I said 6. I said it's been 6 since the start. It's all good.
So anyway, yeah. So nominees for narrative, probably both agreeing on God of War here. Nominees for original property: Dead Cells, Florence, Into the Breach, Moss, Return of the Obra Dinn yet again, and Subnautica.
Dead Cells.
I'm very much in love with Subnautica, so
Yeah.
that'll be my
Dead
pick.
Cells 100% for me.
Into the Breach has been very popular, and I keep seeing this Return of the Obra Dinn, and I have no idea what that is yet.
I think
so
we might need to check that out one out.
yes, we might have to actually check that one out. You want to do the BAFTA nominees?
Nominees for performer: Christopher Judge as Kratos in God of War, Daniel Bistuti as Freighter in God of War. Oh my God, most from God of War.
Yeah, these are all God of War, basically.
Jeremy Davies as the Stranger in God of War, Sonny Suljic as Atreus in God of War, Melissa Nathi. Sorry if I butcher these names. Mahut as Cassandra of Sparta in Assassin's Creed Origins. Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption. Christopher Judge or Roger Clark.
Yeah.
Either one of them.
Both fantastic voice actors.
Oh God, yeah. Well, Christopher Judge, he's only really started getting into voice acting for the last, I think. He's been because he was what he's mainly famous for is Stargate. Because I don't know if you ever watched the show, but he was Tilk. Stargate, and this was the first time him playing Kratos. And
absolutely.
he did a very, very faithful adaptation of Kratos, so I'll give him that. All
right, shall we move on to the most important nomination of all?
God's sake.
BAFTA 2019 nominees for Mobile Game of the Year. All right, hands down, this is going to everyone's favorite here, Roblox.
Welcome back. You there, Vesp?
Late gay and muted.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, very good.
You told me something different, dude. It's 5:30 my time, not 6.
Oh, yeah, because you're in...
Yeah.
I said 6.
You told me so I said...
But I said 6! Oh, well, don't worry about it. It's all good. We haven't been streaming for long. It's okay.
How late?
Not very late. We only just got to the first article. We've already done the quick fire, and we're only on the first article, and that was just the BAFTA nomination.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, but I'm late, guys.
So we're all in agreement that Roblox is the winner?
For fuck's sake. No.
Oh, God, no. I watched a little bit while I was waiting to be moved in. Kratos' voice acting, and that's way above what I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I was...
have we got another... I'm just going to say, have we got another spelling mistake here as well?
Where?
I'm just going to quickly check. The top one. I'm just going to... I don't know if this is a game or not. No, it's another spelling mistake, I think. For
God's sake. Who wrote this article?
Yeah, we got another... who's the freaking editor for this?
By Shabana Arif.
Yeah.
Shabana Arif, please. You need to go over your spelling mistakes. Or whoever edited it, go over your spelling mistakes. Love of God.
I mean, this is a bit nitpicky, but
nitpicky.
There was a lot of
Do we have a document we're reading?
No, we're just we're going through the art. We're bringing up the articles. And...
Yeah, we do. It's in the chat currently, in the stream chat.
Okay.
Yeah. We're about to finish it though and move on to the next one.
Well, how about we talk about... Oh, okay, let's talk about the biggest one of them all that we're all excited for, 100% without doubt, and that's the Master Chief Collection coming to PC.
No, yes.
We have to talk about that. As much as it's old news now, but we have to fucking talk about it.
That's an immediate buy for me, even though the multiplayer might be pretty much broken on arrival.
Oh yeah, it's an immediate buy for me too.
Well, the thing is, the multiplayer for Halo 1 on PC, Combat Evolved, it was pretty good on PC. So if they remember what they did then, and essentially use the same concept on every game they're releasing, we could have really good, Halo experience on PC.
Absolutely. Have you played El Dorito, the Halo 3 on PC?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it is fantastic, and this is not even anything to do with Microsoft. This is just a bunch of guys who used the old Halo Online from Russia to build Halo 3 on PC, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like what they did just to sort of port it over to PC, it was phenomenal. They did an excellent job. Brilliant, excellent job, in my honest opinion. For a small modding team like them. But I even said back then when the game was pulled down, obviously no one's in trouble if they've still got the game. They've said that from the start. If you still got it, you're more than welcome to keep playing it. Microsoft said that from the start. But when they pulled it down, the first thing I said was First thing I said was, I guarantee you we're going to get something announced in the next couple of months or the next 12. And sure enough, Master Chief Collection was announced a week ago.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as they started trying to pull down El Dorito, things were starting to point towards
My
this.
only question is the fact that, are we getting 5? Because there's no point bringing out 1 to 4, Reach, and ODST.
No, we're not getting 5.
They may release 5 as a separate game at some point.
That's what I mean. I'm not...
Considering it's so new, they'll probably try and release it as a separate game.
Yeah, that's where I was getting at.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about something. I'm not talking about it being in with the collection. I'm just talking about just in general. Because again, if you're going to PC play, because Halo Infinite's going to be on PC regardless, right? So we are probably better off getting Halo 5 as well, so everyone can play all the other games, play through all the campaigns, and then as soon as Halo Infinite comes out, everyone's on board and ready to go.
But isn't Halo Infinite just a reboot of the series? Or originally?
I have heard, actually, yeah, it's a reboot of the series.
It's a different retelling of it all.
No?
Yeah.
When it came out, they announced
announced
it was Halo 6. Because a lot of people were speculating at the time because they said, is this Halo 6? And they said, yes, it is.
No, Halo Infinite, a spiritual reboot for the series.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's sort of like a light reboot for the series.
Technically, it's just another remaster.
Well, no, it's a reboot for the series. It's not going to be
Same game.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that now.
It's kind. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's basically just 343 saying, yeah, we're doing it our own way now.
Yeah. Do you want to read the article, or I think we've pretty much covered everything that's going to be...
Pretty much covered it, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very fucking excited, though. I'm PC players have been screaming this to be on PC for years, and they've only finally listened.
Hey, but we get all of them pretty much,
and I'm not complaining in the slightest. I'm so bloody happy.
Yeah.
And again, it's an instant buy from me. It's an instant purchase, and I'm pretty much sure everybody watching it or everybody, that is at all a PC gamer, it'll be an instant buy. And the best thing about that, it's coming to Steam. That's the best part about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking about Steam, though, let's talk about it. Let's talk about an article that popped up today, which is very, very interesting.
Is it the good guy Valve one, where Valve's no longer interested in being for the customer? Their money is about the money.
Oh no.
So I was reading one similar to that.
No, it's something completely different. I'll put the article in the chat as well. People to read as well. Okay.
Yes, this was a late
this
sort of
came
thing.
Out today. The Outer Worlds and
14 hours ago. Yep.
And Control will launch on the Epic Game Store, not Steam.
Well, the key word here is launch. Okay, so I think these are a timed exclusive straight away.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll read the article and see what they say anyway. Might be best to read the article. Alright. Epic will distribute Control, The Outer Worlds, The Sinking City, After Party, and Industries of Titan. Alright.
Yeah.
During its GDC 2019 Unreal keynote this morning, Epic announced that it has partnered with 2K's private division label to distribute The Outer Worlds and Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey on the Epic Game Store. PC has learnt that The Outer Worlds will also release on the Microsoft Store, but will not appear on other stores on PC at least a year. That includes Steam.
Yeah. So it's a timed exclusive.
See, I don't mind timed exclusives in all honesty. Like, it's going to come out, it's going to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
If you really want it, you're going to wait, or you're going to buy it where you want to buy it. Like, at first, I was against, using Origin at first, I was against it. I am technically still against it. But you just kind of get used to it now. These days, you just have it on your
It's kind of gotten to the point where it's just like, fuck it, they're just pulling out, strong arming us and just making us just do it.
Here's a comment. Want to play Outer Worlds? Well, you got to mine bitcoins for China. That sounds like Epic Games.
Disavow. Disavow. The Outer Worlds quickly became one of the most anticipated games after its announcement in December. An exuberantly sci-fi FPS RPG hybrid from some of the original creators of Fallout. In some ways...
So, safe to say it's pretty much where it's pretty hyped. And this is a pretty big exclusive for
that's
Epic.
It. In some ways, it represents the biggest get so far for Epic's growing platform. Oh well, one of them, because Metro Exodus was a massive get for them from the start. Seeing as though Metro's always been a big, a big franchise in the first place. Granted, it was more of a cult hit, but didn't sort of start getting big till Last Light really. So yes. Anyway, it represents the biggest get so far for Epic's growing platform. Wes played it in December, saying the setting has an invigorating freshness and personality to it for this type of game, and I think it's high time we got a campier, more sarcastic Firefly to Mass Effect's wannabe Star Trek.
Okay, well that's just the game itself. It's not too relevant to the article.
No, but
no, yeah. So I'm still excited.
Oh
for the
god,
game.
yeah, so am I. What my favourite Fallout game of all time will always be New Vegas, hands down. And these guys are doing that. And a lot of people, there was a controversy a while ago saying that they were just doing it cause a bit of. They were trying to cause tension between Bethesda or something like that because of how crap. What was it? Fallout 76 turned out. And I'm like, well, hang on a minute. Well, why would a company not talk about the games that they've actually produced and made, right? And if they were successes, you're better off doing that.
Yeah.
And even if it was something sly like that, it's just a pretty good sly tactic, in my honest opinion. So, yeah.
Okay.
But, probably.
So what article would you like to talk about next? Anything major?
How about we talk about one you wanted to talk about, Ves?
Very good.
I'm honestly going to have to either shotgun it and hope to God I get it correct and I don't make any mistakes, or I quickly read an article. Okay, so
Read the article.
if you politely bring it up, that'll be great. Waiting for it.
I'll put the article in chat as well.
Okay, so there was a controversy about drug in Japan.
Yes.
Drugs in Japan were okay up until American occupation, but now they're seen upon as you're not proud anymore. You've dishonored yourself. You're not worthy of how do you say it? Like being an idol to the younger generations.
Yeah, they're pretty much shitting on their names. So like younger generations, young kids look up to them.
So essentially, what happened was, what's his name? Actor and musician Pierre Taki, who voices Yakuza's Kyohei Mamura in Judgment, which is a spin-off series / side story of the Yakuza series.
Something I was very excited for.
Yeah, has been arrested for suspicion of illegal drug use. So according to the Manchi News, investigators searched Taki's car and Tokyo home, and based on tips they had received, Nippon.com reports that no cocaine was found. However, he was arrested and the urine test turned up positive. He admitted to violating the country's anti-drug laws and using a small amount of cocaine. Investigators are examining his mobile phone to discern more about his illegal drug use. So I'm assuming they're trying to find, his dealer and all that sort of stuff to get rid of, a whole line of, that, and see if there's anyone else in,
just
Japanese
proper
media.
police
But
procedure.
also, cops being cops for once, So Sega has an issued a statement saying that the truth has been confirmed. It's going to stop selling the retail and digital versions of Judgment. Sega apologized for any trouble that this has caused, adding that it was considered what steps to take next. So what's happening is the game's being canned. It may be a case of he's completely written out and a new character takes his place.
Yeah,
they get a new actor to do all the animation, the face animations and the voice acting. Or the game may never see the light of day again.
Yeah, that would be a massive loss for Sega.
Yeah,
if they did that. Yeah, it is possible that they will. Japanese are very serious about these things.
Yeah, but it's not even a case of it just happening to this Japanese development studio.
No.
The game. He's losing his rights as voice actor for Olaf in Disney's Frozen.
Oh yes.
He's everyone's wiping him off the face of the media world, and
it's having ripples. Yeah,
but it's not a case of it being a false accusation, and this is acting before it's happening, which has happened to other people in Japan. He's come back positive for cocaine, so he's pretty much he's got to accept it.
He's done for. Yeah.
No, it's a shame. Really.
It does kind of suck because I've never really played the games, but it always sucks to see like a brilliant game like a good game series like this that is very well received and it has a huge fan base, right? Lose a prominent character, and as well as something like Frozen as well, which at the moment is still probably I think one of the highest grossing kids film like Disney films at the moment, right? And they're losing again another big. Another big character, a big name character. So
So according to this article here, in Yakuza 4, Hikori Narimaya. I'm butchering.
Oh, don't worry, we'll butcher their names the last friggin'.
But he's been replaced due to cocaine allegations too. But that was in Yakuza 4.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Japan has a draconian view on illegal drugs. In 2014, when pop star Asuka of the wildly popular duo Changi and was arrested for possessing MDMA, the Universal Music of Japan stopped selling the group's music. However, Walt Disney has removed one of the group's songs from the Blu-ray box set of Hayao Miyazaki's work, Studio Ghibli. And besides Judgment, Taki has also voiced in Olaf in Japanese version of Frozen, as well as the recently released Kingdom Hearts 3 he's being rewritten on too.
Well, that's already out.
Yeah.
That will be a patch. Yeah. That'll be a post-patch. A new actor will voice it and then they'll remove him.
I think the most likely thing that's going to happen is they're going to replace him in Judgment and just release the game that way. but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
See, I haven't played up that far into the Yakuza. I was a fan of Yakuza. I think it was Yakuza 4. It was on PS3.
3 and 4 were both.
I think it was 4 I was playing, and it was quite fun.
Yeah.
And I recently got Yakuza 0 through Nico. He gifted me. And I've been playing it, and I'm like, oh, this is really good. And I heard there was a side story. I always love when they release side stories. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. But because it's a side story, and I haven't played that far into the series, is he a prominent character throughout the entire Yakuza series?
Not that I know of. What I understand about this is it's a spin-off. It's going to be similar, like a crossover between Yakuza and like it's a mix of Yakuza and Phoenix Wright sort of games. Not a crossover, but yeah. I can't even remember most of the characters. It's been a long time since I've played these games.
I just hope he is literally just a side character that didn't take place in other games.
I'm pretty sure that's it, yeah.
Because that could cause issues later down the line when they realize, oh shit, this happened. They might, can a number of games.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was that big. Yeah, no.
Because that would suck to lose an entire game, series due to one person.
Yeah, it would be a shame.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Well, has everything been talked about with this? Everything's been covered, hasn't it?
Unless you've got some more thoughts on it, Toast.
Nah, that's all I got. It's just really a shame, really.
Yeah, disappointing
situation.
It's never really good when you lose prominent characters like that, or especially when they get always as that effective. It's never the same anymore. Never. And it kind of sucks. All right.
We're going to touch on the announcement of Borderlands 3. Yes, with a couple days until its potential official announcement by who was it now? Gearbox, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
It was announced by Gearbox.
Well, it hasn't officially been announced yet.
We are getting a
we are getting a Borderlands 3, but yeah.
Well, it was kind of evident we were getting one anyway.
Oh, yeah, Gearbox has got to make money somehow.
Well, when it's their pretty much their flagship series, you've got to.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Gearbox teases Borderlands 3 reveal on.
Hey guys, how would you describe today's Smosh sketch?
Oh, it scared me, dude, a lot.
What the hell? Why is there a fucking?
Okay, just swipe
Where
up.
the hell is this?
Hey guys,
hang on.
We got a new Smosh
For some reason, I'm getting an ad for fucking Smosh cards. What the fuck?
We talk about all sorts of topics, good things, bad things.
What the hell? Let me just try and fuck this off. What the hell?
Smosh? The true story of Black
Everyone
Smosh.
screen cap all this stuff and says porn tabs.
My Facebook decided to fucking open up something of Smosh. What the fuck?
We all know now, Nico.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I am sorry for everyone's goddamn ears for that. My God.
I didn't hear a single. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I would have played through it played through the stream, I'm afraid.
Yep.
I am very sorry about that. Right, okay. Putting the article in the chat for everyone to read along with us. Right, so pretty much, obviously, they already just announced showed the screenshot. March 28th, Boston, Massachusetts. So what's actually okay? Well, I guess it'll probably be in the thing. All right. Yes, an honest to goodness Borderlands sequel, not a prequel, appears to be on the horizon. Gearbox has posted a teaser for what's likely to be the Borderlands 3 reveal at PAX East on March 28th. It doesn't say much about the game, but there's not much mystery here. Not when it features Borderlands' signature cel-shaded art and a 3 at the top. Yeah, it does, because the X sign 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So it is a pretty good 99% chance that this is Borderlands 3. Absolutely.
Sure 100% the case.
Now, my only concern is Gearbox currently developing anything else?
I don't know.
I don't believe they are. Yeah, my only concern is the game is going to be bad.
I think it's
That's
the only
all I
thing
can
they've
say.
been working on, to be really honest with you.
Yeah.
Because the last game they Gearbox brought out.
Hmm. I believe it was We Happy Few.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't make that.
Gearbox Software.
They published
Were
it.
they a publisher or a?
They didn't make it.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, this could be.
No. Oh yeah, Compulsion Games made it, which might be owned by Gearbox.
They are owned by Gearbox now.
Yeah, subsidiary. Yeah, they're a subsidiary of Gearbox. But yeah.
Where are we? There have been hints as to what the title will involve. Company Chief Randy Pitchford. God, you like to lie to me, Randy. Demonstrated early Unreal 4 engine, Unreal Engine 4. Sorry, I'm fucking butchering the articles. For the next Borderlands game at GDC in 2017. And it was evident the visuals wouldn't be a huge departure from the post-apocalyptic look of earlier releases. Even if they'd be much prettier, the question is whether or not the gameplay will receive a similar tune-up. Borderlands broke ground with its approach to a shooter RPG hybrid, such as its method of generating unique equipment. But there is no guarantee the game mechanics will evolve to match me.
No, I'd expect it to be pretty similar to Borderlands 2.
Well, it has to be.
Everything updated.
Personally, I wanted something on a massive scale.
Yeah, only concern is Gearbox hasn't got a good history. They're very mixed. They've been good with dealing with the Borderlands series, but other games not so much.
Yeah, their own in-house IPs, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it?
Other games they've been abysmal with.
Oh, God. Duke Nukem.
Yeah. Aliens, Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one game where they say, take your time on video games, it'll come out great. No, it was.
Well, personally, I enjoyed
much
it
like
for
cooking.
What it was. It was a guilty pleasure of mine, but I know deep down it's a bad game. No.
A lot like cooking, it's all right depending on how long you do it, but if you ever cook it,
it's the same as like Kane and Lynch for me.
If you let it sit there for 10 years, it ain't going to be very good.
Kane and Lynch for me at the moment.
It's like
Kane and Lynch for me at the moment. Like it's just, I know deep down in my core the games are very, very bad, but I don't know why I like playing.
Which ones are these?
Kane and Lynch.
Kane and Lynch.
Oh, Kane and Lynch.
Oh, jeez.
Those are a dirty little love of mine. I love Kane and Lynch too. Like, I don't like the lens flare / shitty look they did on it. They did that on purpose. They made it look really crap, like down footage.
It's bad.
That's the thing that prevented me from playing it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to physically play that game.
Like I like
it for a game that lasts 2 hours if you speedrun it, and it's not hard to speedrun it. it's all right. The acting, it's like one of those grindhouse action movies, those 80s cheesy freaking action movies, where it's got a bit of like shock effect.
Yeah, pretty much what Blood Dragon did. The exact same thing.
Yeah.
Which again, mind you, was a big fucking success, and they need to do another one of them. But they just need to make a main game as in the Blood Dragon universe. That's what they need. But
I thought Blood Dragon was technically a full game.
No, it wasn't. It was
it was a standalone.
It was a standalone title, but it was springboarded off Far Cry 3.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
All right. So everything's been said that needs to be said for this one.
I was just going to point out the fact that Kane and Lynch and mainly Kane and Lynch is definitely one of those games that it's a very much a guilty pleasure of mine. I know for a fact they're bad games, but I somehow like them. But honestly, I personally think that the game will be fine. It'll sell obviously really well.
Well, it's got the Borderlands name to work with there.
And
so it'll sell fine to begin with. At least.
I personally want Borderlands 3 to be on a gigantic scale. I want them to go that one step further. I really, really do. And the thing is that they really, I want them to do space travel. In my honest opinion.
Oh, I would love that.
Because of how Borderlands 2 ended, where that you got vaults fucking all over their galaxy. It's just like there's so much potential there.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mentioned too, if they did a lot, springboarded off something like Destiny or something like that, and made of because you can still have the same Borderlands formula, but do it like on a massive scale. You know, and you can be able to pick your characters that you want and stuff like that, and still have the storyline that they want to produce. It'll just be primarily PvE. You have big massive raids and stuff like that. Like I can't remember if 2 had like stuff like that, did they? I know they had big bosses.
You did. You had there was large bosses. They were basically your big raids.
see for me, like I was thinking more of something like a proper like Destiny raid. Like if you watch any videos on how they work, they're very puzzly, they're very in depth, and they do make you think.
Well, I could see it working. Yeah, I could definitely see it working in the Borderlands universe.
That's what I'd like to see from it. Hell, even if they just didn't do that whatsoever and they stuck to their exact same formula, I'd still be completely happy with it.
Yeah. Either way, I could see it working.
Oh god, yeah. I personally think the game's gonna just skyrocket. But
yeah, but we'll have to
wait and see.
We'll
have to wait and see because at the moment Gearbox has been very, very,
March 28th.
very shaky with some of their shit.
Can I just butt in for a second to take a minute to say I have a higher gear score than Wids in the Division 2.
Oh.
This fool's only got 449 gear score, and I've got like 459.
Bragging rights on the podcast.
Feels good. Yes.
The Toast Farmer's not interested in the Division. Speaking
not at all.
Speaking of the Division, though,
Sorry.
Let's talk about this little bullshit that's fucking. They wanted to go out to try and smear it.
We're talking about the
lack in physical sales.
I thought we were going to talk about the fact that streamers aren't real gamers. That there's leeches that are designed to destroy the game community.
Oh,
that's the current going on Reddit at the moment.
What is it?
That's what I'm doing.
Well, lately, as of recently, after Marcos has a couple of videos and tweets, Marco Solis is one of the biggest Division streamers. And not one of the number one sources for a lot of the content and information out there, except for independent data miners. Well, a lot of things like people are calling, saying that streamers are parasitic life forms that do nothing but destroy the gaming community, because they demand that the game suits their needs and the way they like it. And that the game's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, no, there's definitely problems. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of people are saying that, that they're not real gamers. They're just, they just want the game molded around what they like so they can benefit the most from it.
Yeah, that's it.
And the thing is, like, the Division 1 wasn't bent around streamers. It barely got fixed. It barely got changed. If anything, it was just a beta for the Division 2. Now, what's really happened with the Division 2 is all the PvE players that couldn't handle getting, the occasional kill outside a checkpoint, which is in the Dark Zone, which is the PvP, PvE, high loot, high risk reward section. They all cried and they wanted on Reddit for months and months, and they wanted this changes and that changes. And now we have normalized PvP in the Dark Zone. Now we have automated turrets that shock you in place and then one-shot you.
Yeah, well, look, don't get me wrong. I like the normalization, and I do sometimes like the turrets. I do not like the fact that they shock you, because that just breaks the game entirely. Yeah. But I understand why they're there, because the fact of the matter is, the one big problem that was in the first division was that people just camping that fucking checkpoint. Yes, I see it too.
You have the choice of teleporting.
Okay, I'm going to have to read out some of the comments real quick.
You have a chance of teleporting out of the way.
I have a 460, so get good. I have 460, so get good. Garthy, I'm pronouncing it right, says, at Nico of War 23, do you send nudes on Snapchat? No, that's a hot question. Come on, be honest.
Garthy, kiss me ass.
All right, you've heard it here.
Garthy, actually, no, I played DayZ with him. He's smart ass. No, I don't send snoods.
So yes, it is confirmed that Nico of War will send you pictures of his ass.
If Nico doesn't do that, Guthrie, hit me up.
For God's sake.
I'm more man than you can handle.
Righto. All right. Yeah, no, look, personally, when it comes to Division 2 for me, as a whole, the game is brilliant. It's leaps and bounds 10 times better than the first game, and a lot of the things that have changed from the first game into the second game show that they have listened in a lot of ways. Right? I'm perfectly fine with the normalization of Dark Zones because they really need to. Shut up, Gartry. But what was it? It's promote me to beginner because I won't send you. That's not right. That's inhuman.
You better get on that Snapchat.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look into those DMs.
But I'm okay with that because again, I understand what they want to do. They want to try and bring in a new audience, which again, you got to what some old Division fans aren't getting that have played since the beginning are turning around wanting things to go back to the way they were because.
Well, Division 1 was never intended to be the way it turned out. It was intended to be completely different. But because they followed too many suggestions and ideals of Reddit and forums, not just streamers, because a lot of the stuff Marco was trying to get pushed, right, never got done. And a lot of them were the fixed stuff. They didn't care about getting fixed stuff fixed. What they wanted to do was to capitalize the game so that the average Jane or John or anyone on the street will see this game and go, that looks interesting, I'll play it. They'll play the 40, 50 hours, they'll spend some money on the transactions. And if they keep playing, that's great. But now they've got a taste. If they release a Division 2 and it comes out, way better and more shiny and more polished, people are going to want to play that.
Well, that's it.
And the Division 2, I honestly had my doubts. In the beta, I had my doubts. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. But all I was doing was PvP. And when the game came out, I had a number of crashes for the first 4 days, but then they immediately fixed that. That's not an issue. I'm glad they actually fixed a lot of these issues. They didn't wait 6 months. But after level 30, after I stopped grinding and did my second character for this, did drop to 30 for the second time, I went through the world tiers. Now at world tier 4 and where I am, I actually have the freedom to do what I want, and I'm actually enjoying the game. It's just the grind from 0 to 30 is just so tiring because you're so fragile. You're still fragile, but you're like, thin Bible paper in a monsoon. Like you're not going to survive.
No, you're not. I do like that the Division 2's progression when it comes to level 30 doesn't feel like a massive grind like the first game did. Which is we might as well keep talking about this because it's I think at the moment the main game that's come out in the last week that myself and Vess was played. Toast Farmer hasn't played and probably never will.
No.
My apologies, Toast.
My apologies, Toast. But
it's okay. Feel for me.
You. But
I'll feel you.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'll slip into those DMs.
God, Jesus. Back to the point.
My apologies, sorry.
Sake. But yeah, like when it comes to like,
do I make you
in my honest opinion, I like how they went with the story again. Like as much as it was, you had to sort of go.
It is watered down and confusing.
Well, no, not that. It's just you have to sort of go out of your way to, if you want to learn more about the story, you have to go out of your way to find it. And I quite thoroughly enjoy that fact. I think it's just an amazing concept, and it's just an interesting, different way. Well, not really different way, but interesting way to do storytelling, which I don't mind.
See, the thing is, sorry for constantly butting in. The way they're doing the storyline, it's very similar to Skyrim and Destiny's way of explaining. But Destiny used Grimoire cards; all the information was off-site.
Yeah.
In Division, you've got to farm it up. But in Skyrim, they had all this extra side information, lore, book, and all this extra stuff, on top of a fully pledged story that explains itself. Division 2, you need to literally sit through the missions, sit through the cutscenes, analyze everything, listen to every echo, every phone call, every CCTV camera you get given. And only after that will you be able to start piecing things together.
And again as well, it's in-game.
So that adds that replay value where you can go around one Sunday afternoon, you get nothing to do, run around the map, follow a guide, pick up all the things, and start putting the story.
And the best thing they brought to Division 2 was also the end game.
What end game? We're still waiting for it.
No, but at the moment, what endgame we have now is still very solid and very good.
Oh yeah. The occupation missions, they're quite good actually. You got the option of doing the same missions, slightly modified, and different layout, going up against this souped up cyborg looking mercenary group with like robo dogs from like Boston Dynamics, those 4-legged robo things that roll over and get itself back up again, with mounted 50 cows on the back, and it's quite interesting. Like they put a lot of interesting.
And the boss
design
battles are somewhat, yeah. I do have a problem with the boss battles because they do seem still very similar and the same.
How many helicopters?
None. This time? Thank goddamn Lord. No helicopters this time.
Yeah. No. There is helicopters.
Well, no helicopters. That's the last boss.
Fantastic.
That was ridiculous.
But there was spoilers in one of the missions. There's what looks like Falcon Lost, where it's a tank at the other end shooting at you.
Nice.
That is true.
So it's a little like homage back to
They did a lot of them, especially bringing back one of the most iconic enemies from the first one, which I will not mention. Is that if anybody that is watching at the moment hasn't played the Division 2, played the first one, loved it, and was planning on playing the second game, I'm not going to spoil it. But it was done. It was done very well when they introduced him.
Is it a certain?
It was the
helicopter.
helicopter.
Helicopter, for the love of God, it wasn't a helicopter.
It's Black Hawk helicopters. Google Black helicopters for this, like on Paranormal on 4chan for like
just like,
oh my God.
Just like to address a comment here. Popping Pulse, the premier LGBT gaming podcast. Yep, definitely.
Oh yeah, boy, you're right.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
righto. How about?
Okay, Pride Month's
all
coming
right,
up
okay. Let's actually get into.
Be proud, Nico.
God. But I think
first time is being proud. Look at this character.
Yeah, look at me. I'm fucking rainbow.
I think safe to say, I think Division 2 has been a massive leap forward, and it has pretty much shown to Destiny, shown to Anthem and stuff like that, and games like that, that you really need to listen to your fans. You really need to bring the content, that people want, or otherwise, especially from the get-go, or otherwise it's just going to fail.
And they have to really show that themselves now after Division 1's massive failure on release. They really have to show now that they're willing to fix things and they're willing to release content that everyone wants. And so far, all the reviews lately have been fantastic, except for the Jim Sterling one. And hell, even GG Men Lives gave it an outstanding review.
He did. And
he gave the last one a rip in the ass. I haven't seen Angry Joe do a video yet.
Peteves Pedro.
I think he'd give it. He would say. I still do watch his content. I'm not gonna lie. Much as sometimes he like some of his reviews do sometimes irritate me, but they're his opinions. He's allowed to have them. But when it comes to games like Division and Destiny and Anthem and stuff, it just doesn't seem like his type of game. Even though he'll go, oh well, like I play MMOs, but MMOs are a big different bag to something like a looter shooter like Destiny or
yes, ass blasted Alejandro.
away from that crap. But yes, no, we always we will always have to I think he'll give it a decent review, but he will still trash it a bit. I think he'll, from the most part, probably the fact of the matter is he just doesn't. Those sort of games, I don't think are his sort of games he'd like to play.
And also because of it's his character, like he very rarely gives a game an outstanding.
Oh yeah,
10.
it's very rare. Yeah. I think the last one he did was
like it's called Angry Joe for Christ's
sake.
Yeah,
he did. Well, the last one he did was, which were outstanding reviews, was Red Dead and God of War, which again, both games that really did deserve very high praise. They still do. And again, I'll repeat what I said. If you don't own those games, go out and goddamn buy them and goddamn play them because they are excellent. But how about we get into the article now and talk about...
Yep, next article.
Got it up.
Unfortunately for Toast, is another Division topic.
It technically is still the Division topic that we're fucking
All right, this is about the politics of the final boss on Division 1, the helicopter.
Not about the helicopter.
So the helicopter should be recognized.
Screw the helicopter!
It's actually a attack helicopter when he's a Black Hawk.
God.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, yeah. Division 2 launch sales.
Yeah, the Division 2 physical launch sales just 20% of Division 1's.
Yeah, this is just the physical sales, but it is quite indicative.
Yeah.
Division 1 got a pretty bad rap initially, and I think that's somewhat has affected Division 2 sales.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's always going to happen.
I'll start reading anyway from Tom Phillips anyway. I haven't been saying the authors, and I apologise for that, the editors, so I will remember.
Tom Phillips of Eurogamer.
I will remember, actually, remember saying them. So, Tom Phillips from Eurogamer.
Contact us. We'll have you on the stream.
We'll have a debate. The Division 2's...
You can argue with Aaron.
Yeah, that's right. Division 2 sold far fewer physical copies during its launch week than the series' first entry back in 2016. Ubisoft's latest Tom Clancy shifted just 20% of the box copies of the predecessor, as ever. UK numbers do not include digital sales. I hate how they do this article with halfway through on the...
Oh yeah, when it's like sidestep to the image,
It's irritating. So why the huge plummet? Well, Division 1 launched on a Tuesday in the UK compared to Division 2's Friday arrival, which personally I still don't get how that's fucking relevant.
That would be a better thing because you got the
it should be a better thing. Ideally, I'm not.
It released on a weekend, with a long gap where some people can sink in the whole weekend. Whereas on a Tuesday, people might get a couple hours in before having to get up to go to work.
But personally, I still don't see the huge reason behind any of that. Right, like that point is still very valid, right? And I could understand that marketing mindset behind that, but then again, it's not really a huge deal to talk about. My honest opinion.
No, exactly.
Or even something really relevant that's huge to be brought up. Right. And more people now download games digitally than they did 3 years ago, which will deflate box sales. Well,
absolutely. I'm not sure to this extent, though. 20%.
Well, then again, like, as you said earlier too, like you look at like the reception the first one got when it first came out, right? It got a very, very bad rap.
Yeah.
Right, and the game didn't start getting better till 1.8 when it hit its peak.
Yeah.
And
for the general consumer, that's too.
It is very
late.
too late. Yes. It took way too long to actually get to a good stable state. Well, it wasn't stable, but as stable as they could possibly get it at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was when also too the first game had a lot more content. And that's another reason why I'm quite happy they brought in the free DLC in some ways. Because not like the first game where everyone's, we'll go in the underground. Oh, I don't own underground. Well, I have.
Yeah, it's always bad when things like players get segmented because of DLC and stuff like that. It's always bad, especially with games like Battlefield.
Yeah, that's the good thing that they've decided to go. All DLC we bring out. Well, that we know of for the first year, they've said that it's going to be free. But I kind of gather, because it's such a popular idea and everyone loves it, it's going to stick that way. But anyway,
no, it's good to see.
Regardless, Division 2 still sold more box copies than any other game last week, leaving it top of the chart. 60% of physical copies were sold on PS4, with 40% on Xbox One. And
yeah, go PSN.
Doesn't say anything on PC though.
What did it launch on PC, by the way? Is it Steam and?
No. Epic took the rights.
There you go. That's going to definitely affect sales.
And Ubisoft. So you can still buy it on Ubisoft, like as itself, which I highly recommend. Just buy it on there because a lot of people that have been buying it on Epic Games have been having quite a lot of problems, especially joining onto people getting in the game in the first place and stuff like that. So I do highly recommend if you're going to buy it, you buy it on Uplay itself.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's definitely going to affect its sales, though.
Yeah, it is. And that's the problem. It really needs to be sorted.
Yeah.
The only other new releases was One Piece World Seeker, which arrived on the 28th. Here's a few top 10 and notes that Anthem's EA won't own stab at shared world shooter. Oh, here we go.
Saluta? What the hell is a Saluta?
What?
What?
They're trying to mix shooter and looter. No, they're trying to mix looter and shooter together. Saluta.
So it's called Sluter.
Oh, really?
SHLOOTER.
So
the Sluter genre.
Schluter genre, okay.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, it has now dropped out of the top 10 after 4 weeks. So number 1 is Tom Clancy's Division 2. Number 2 is Rootin' Bootin' Hootin' 2. Number 3 is Grand Theft Auto 5 still. Wow.
Jeez, that's impressive.
Number 4 is FIFA 19. Number 5 is Lego Movie 2. 6 is Devil May Cry, which only came out about a week ago.
Yeah.
6 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and 8 is Far Cry New Dawn. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and then Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. So there's a lot of Nintendo titles coming in, and the fact that Far Cry just completely slipped off the radar.
Yeah, it did too.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe that's another title Ubisoft now needs to sit at, and maybe let's not rush them.
Well, see, the thing is with Devil May Cry though is that, like, as much as it's a very popular game and a very popular game franchise, it's still technically in that niche market.
Yeah, it's a niche market, but the fact that it's number 6 is still pretty good, like compared to Far Cry New Dawn, which is a very it's a shooter.
And it should be
cinematic experience, which is
but that said, New Dawn is sort of, again, not necessarily a sequel. It's sort of that whatever the Blood Dragon was sort of sitting in, same sort of spot.
Mm.
People don't see it as an important installment into the series.
But with this whole article talking about the fact that the sales are plummeted, the UK is the only one that shares these sales numbers. So I'm interested to know what other countries did it plummet in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a question of mine too.
Is it a worldwide situation going on here, or is it just the UK?
Is it just the UK? Yeah.
We got to wait for Ubisoft to maybe release those details, or other other places to come out and say it. There used to be, back in Division 1, Steam charts was a way to check how many players were on Steam. It used to be a ratio of 3 to 1 ratio. 3 players on Uplay to 1 player on Steam.
Yeah.
And you'd be able to estimate how many people were actively playing when the servers died. Now there's no more Steam charts because there's no copy on Steam. People will never know if the servers are dead. And in safe houses, they're abundant. There's people matchmaking and all that, But in the dark zones, when you're PvPing, there's no one. And if that's something you're after, you need to really look into. Maybe I might have to stick to certain brackets of the dark zone, or I might need to stick to skirmish and domination, which is the 4v4 controlled PvP, like back in Divisions 1's Last Stand and Skirmish. Which is hopefully the game, is just a case of I'm just worried that it's going to have another repeat of Division 1, and it might flourish. It might be, the division we should have got, but only time will tell.
Yep. Well, I think we should go on to our last article.
Last article?
All right, this is the one you wanted to talk about first. I'll put the article in the chat as well for everyone to read. There we go.
Yep, so you bring it into the stream. Very
all right,
good.
Go ahead when you're ready.
No, this is about the new release of the GTX 1660, and the fact that NVIDIA is now enabling ray tracing on older GeForce GTX graphics cards. So this says a lot about how their sales have been for the newer the newer RTX cards, that it hasn't been as widely adopted. Just thought what are your thoughts on it, Nico?
Well, seeing as well, when you look at like the RTX cards, how they've been running lately, they've been running like absolute dog shit.
Well, yeah, with ray tracing on, it's barely worth it.
I know a lot of people telling you, we'll just take RTX off. But yeah, but the card itself still, like, you might as well just buy a 1080.
Well, exactly. They're good cards, but they're not worth the investment. They're very expensive.
Would you buy
if you're already
an
1080.
RTX like 2080 right? Which without the ray when their big market is ray tracing, right? The RTX, the ray tracing part in the RTX, right? And you sit there and it's the worst part about the graphics card, right? And it just it doesn't like buff anything. It more or less like you watch like footage of people using the RTX feature on the was it Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Like they're running it at 30.
Yeah, the actual showcase for the game, and then they have it sub 30 FPS. That's not going to be a good showing for your new technology.
No, it's not. It's very, very, very bad.
Yeah, and this enabling on older cards is definitely telling of how their sales have been.
Yeah, and the thing is that like, would you rather go and buy that, which has a component and feature which is pretty much useless, or would you rather go and buy a card that pretty much is just as powerful as that one, right? Doesn't have the ray tracing bullshit,
and is
cheaper, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna go for the cheaper and just as good option, right? And some people, some AMD people might sit there and think the same way about AMD cards, but I've had bad experiences with AMD. So that'll be different.
Well, having spoken about AMD now, have a look at this. AMD's got a showcase for real-time ray tracing on AMD Vega 56.
Yeah. This has always been the case with this industry, though, with graphics cards. Often, it was the same with I can't remember what they used to call it. It was to do with hair tessellation or whatever it was.
Hair effects.
Hair effects, that is. Yeah, both of them had their own version of it, basically. It's always been the same. But again, is ray tracing really worth the impact on your performance?
See, ray tracing's good if you're like, you want to set up and see what your computer's capable of, in a benchmark sort of scenario. It's not something you really want to be playing. It's, I'm assuming it's more beneficial and is more supported if you run multiple graphics RTX cards where they have that buffering ability where they can work together on their own, and you cut your frame rate in 4K down to 30 frames. No, that's not really good. Why run that feature for some real world reflections? But if you have like multiple cards and you have the money and the ability to do so, it might be a fantastic feature and you might love it. But for the average Joe, that may not be something that for you. Like I was going to upgrade to the RTX, but I'm going to stick with my 1080 Ti, Poseidon, because it's just as good. It's now going to get ray tracing apparently, and it does what I need.
Why bother upgrading? Yeah,
why upgrade? Yeah, if you've got to go 1080 Ti or a Titan, why bother?
Exactly. Yeah. And now, what are your thoughts on the 1660?
That shouldn't exist.
Shouldn't exist. Yeah, it's being marketed as more of a budget card.
They should have just called it, like the 20, the GTX 20.
2050, 2060.
Yeah, use RTX for the ones with ray tracing and use GTX for the regular cards. That would have worked out. I don't know why they bought 1660 into it. That's so confusing.
It's really going to confuse consumers. And it's also a 16 series or whatever they're calling it. It's using the Turing architecture, I believe. Same as the RTXs. So strange why they didn't do that. It is bizarre.
You're going to have a situation where it's going to be like AMD with the X399, which is actually Threadripper socket TR4. Whereas Intel's had, X99, X199, or, X299 now, and etc. They can't do that anymore because now there's going to be confusion between,
Yeah, exactly.
So they've had to now move to 9th generation and socket such and such and such and such, so there's no confusion on the market because the average person might, buy one card thinking it's going to benefit, or one board thinking it's going to work with the rest of their system, or it's going to work the way they want it, and it doesn't. And
again, not great, really.
No, folks, just go out and buy a 1080.
1080s have been a very solid card.
Yeah, just wait till the next.
Not so much how much 1080 Ti's are at the moment.
Yeah, just if I were you, just go and buy 1080. Save yourself some fucking money. To be honest with you.
Okay,
Yep.
GTX 1080 Ti's are about $800 on eBay or $700 depending on the model. Go out and get yourself a bargain, save about $1,200.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Get yourself, upgrade your monitor to 4K,
Yeah.
or surround.
Exactly.
Get yourself some good speakers.
Freaking hell.
Or
How much are the RTX 2080 Ti's going for?
RTX 2080 Ti. Let's have a look at that. RTX 2080 Ti. RTX 2080 Ti secondhand. Let's have a look.
Here we go.
There's only 3 on the market. Yep. And they're all pre-owned, but they're using stock images.
Wow. Interesting.
One of them's going on for, it's an NV-Link. It's a bridge. It's $119. A secondhand pre-owned Aorus 2080 Ti is $1,899 with $20 shipping. Or
wow.
a Strix version from Asus is going for hot $2,150.
Wow. Yeah. All the ones I'm seeing are extremely expensive.
Well, if you look in America, it's around $1,600 to $1,000 depending on the make of model.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely go with a 2080. No, 1080, sorry.
How does everyone feel about one more article? Because there is one article that actually... How does everyone feel about
Alright, we'll make it a quick one then.
Rightio.
Wouldn't be a podcast if it didn't run late.
That's true.
That's true, yeah. Alright.
Ah, yes. Google announcing its own gaming studio.
Ah, yes, yep.
So
the
I was
one
on
that no one asked for.
I was on 4chan last night, and it showed a slowed down image where they're playing with the laptop looking streaming device I had.
Yep.
And it's showing him playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yes.
And he takes his hand off the keyboard before the guy finishes moving. Now, and he moves to the controller. Now, it could be a case of that's pre-recorded footage and he's just doing a playback. Or it could be a case of massive input lag and the server is still trying to send the data to the system.
With the way this console works.
Yeah. If it's input lag, that's only going to be really good for,
those running Google Fiber in the United States.
I think we might read. I think we might read the article for, definitely for this one, because this one we don't know too much about. So this might actually give us some insight to what actually is. Google has unveiled its new gaming initiative, Stadia, or however you
Stadia, whatever it is.
Detailing features for players, developers, and streamers, as well as giving an overall version of Google's future game streaming platform. Update. Our Google Stadia announcement story below has been updated with a much more thorough breakdown of the Google Stadia information we learnt from the GC conference. Okay.
So from the sounds of that, where they've updated the article, sounds like a bit of an issue came up, and they're like, "This doesn't look good. Let's refix this. Provide information."
Yeah, I think so too.
Damage control and force.
Yeah. We've also refreshed our opinion piece on the rise of streaming.
So yeah, essentially IGN's are revising everything that they put up on it.
So I'll go back. I'll go down to the main article where all their bloody update. Stadia will launch this year. Google's Phil Harrison confirmed during the Google Stadia conference. However, no price or exact release date for the Google Stadia was announced. The plan is to launch in the US, Canada, UK, and Europe first. No surprise there. Australia's always fucking last.
Well, Australia's getting 5G apparently.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
And that's apparently faster than the NBN we got ripped off on.
What does that tell you? What does that tell you when your mobile data fucking runs faster than your actual line? On.
This reminds me of when I was at AEST.
But most of us.
It's not truly
fiber.
I'm one of those guys with actual fiber.
Well, we hate you. Harrison teased more details in the summer about launch games for the Stadia, which may be a possible time at which we get Stadia price and release date details. No details about possible VR integration or subscription details were offered. Currently, no pre-order information has been revealed for Stadia. The first teaser trailer for Stadia also revealed a look at Google Stadia's controller. Google intends Stadia and its features to be supported on desktops, laptops, TV, tablets, and phones. Harrison specifically said there is no console involved in this process.
Again, yeah, I can't see it working too well, especially where we are in Australia.
Yeah,
it's our patchwork of a network. Yeah.
Yeah, looking through the slides, right? The article has some slides provided. They've got at launch up to 4K 60 FPS HDR surround sound.
Yep.
Wow, that's high hopes. Up to 4K at 60 FPS, and then it's sent to YouTube at 4K 60 FPS. Simultaneous streams. Wow, so you're not losing bandwidth. You have to be on like some super network.
Yeah. This is either way ahead of its time, or they just haven't really thought about it.
It might just be a proof of concept, like, hey, look, there used to be a system back a long time ago. You used to order it, and you get a little dongle and a controller, and you could play a streamed game.
I think that's probably what it's going to be. They're just gonna get the actual. It's gonna be like the Chrome, really. You connect it up to your television. You'll have a controller that'll connect to it. And then you just go through there, and it'll, you can stream games through there. And personally, I am very iffy when it comes to streaming video games. For the fact of the matter is because, or here in Australia at least, the when it comes to connectivity and when it comes to our internet speeds and stuff, it will fucking struggle.
Yeah, look at it this way. PlayStation Now is still currently not available in Australia because our network cannot handle
it. And PlayStation Now,
that's according to Sony.
PlayStation Now is one of the best ideas, ideas, and we can't have it because of how our internet.
Yeah, a lot of countries are like that. Yeah, and yeah, we're not in the only situation.
So I personally don't think we'll ever see the Stadia in Australia at all. If we do see it, it will not perform here very well at all.
No, so I just want to take a thing. Look at the slides and tell me when you see the controller's underbelly, and tell me that they're not trying to be edgy.
Yeah, I saw that. Hang on, I'll bring it back up on the stream.
Up, down, left, right, B, A, start.
Yeah, right.
But that was the Konami code.
Yeah, the Konami code. Fantastic. I got to see this. Where is it?
It's just Google Stadia stream shots. Go across and you'll see it.
They're trying to position themselves as cool gamer.
Hey, fellow kids.
Yeah. Hey, fellow gamers.
Even though we've been working on a search engine for the last, since the internet first existed. But, we are now deciding to go with Oculus Rift, which is, no offense, VR is dying.
Well, does anyone remember Google Glass?
I always wanted one of those.
I'd rather wipe it from my memory.
I always love the idea of having... I honestly like the idea of being able to record what you see.
Oh, yeah. But again, it was another one of their projects that never really saw much.
Yeah, like that moment when you don't have the ability to take a photo or record something, or something funny happens and you want to replay it back in life. There's no way they can't really do that. And Google Glass was able to do that, and it was,
Do you want Black Mirror all over again? My God. Have you guys seen Black Mirror?
No, but I'm the kind of guy that's completely open to having your brain taken out and put into a metal casing and be like the ability of Ghost in the Shell. I have no issue doing that.
No.
Singularity can come and take me. I'm ready.
When it comes to that whole Google Glass concept, how you can record your day-to-day lives and replay back, right? They actually use that concept in oh God, I just forgot the name of the show again. That's it, Black Mirror. And they're recording, they record their day-to-day lives, and they sit there on the television, and they just sit there and watch over their lives. And this entire episode, this guy, he's just rattling around his brain because something didn't work right, and about his missus, and it looked like she was sort of, she was in love with her ex-boyfriend. And at the end of the episode, he finds out that his daughter's not his daughter's her ex-boyfriend's, and she's been cheating on him for ages. And he worked all this out just by replaying his own memories.
Jeez.
It's like, fuck me.
So that's how similar to Netflix's film Anon. which is like I'll post this in the chat here. Like this was a really good film when it comes back to that, where nothing's anonymous. Yeah. Everything's recorded and.
Yeah, that's very much it. Yes.
It's a bit low budget, but you get the image really quickly as to what can happen. Erasing memories and changing things around.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like that's what I meant by the joke. Like you're gonna go Black Mirror all over again. All right, I think that's all of the articles I've got to talk about and all stuff to talk about. I think. So, what's everyone going to be playing for the week? I know you've been playing a lot of Crusaders, but you?
Crusader King. Crusader King's probably nothing new. I'm very much into those Paradox games.
Yeah.
I'm slowly learning. They're very much, what do you call it? Spreadsheet simulators.
Very much so. The Division 2 is pretty much
that. So yeah, Division 2 is now a spreadsheet simulator. You should come and join us.
I love myself some spreadsheets.
God.
You can try and calculate the DPS and all the damage. Just add up. Your crit chance, your skill power, how that attributes to other things. If you love that kind of stuff, geez, I'm just getting work thinking about it.
No, you're not. The first thing that's come to your mind is fuck.
What about you, Nico? Just besides the Division 2, and besides DayZ.
Yeah, besides DayZ. I'm thinking about maybe if I can afford it, I'll probably pick up Devil May Cry 5.
Okay. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is also out in a couple of days as well.
Ooh.
Yes.
That might be something I might play first.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pick that one up as well.
Yes, that one I might pick up too. What else is coming out this week? Anything else coming out this week?
Not that really interests me.
I think the only thing that you need if that's coming out next week is Sekiro. Yeah. All right. Well,
So what are you going to be playing then, Nico?
I'll probably be definitely playing some more Division 2 because at the moment we're still waiting for that extra that last bit of end game they're bringing out for the World Tier 5 stuff. So that's supposed to be coming out next week. So I'd like to play obviously a bit of that before we talk about it next Thursday. We'll also talk about. I'll hopefully try and see if I can get either Sekiro or Devil May Cry 5 to talk about. But I'll probably Sekiro, seeing as though it's probably going to be the main game that's coming out. So I'll try and make sure I'll pick that up. Plugs anybody? Right. Obviously, I don't need to plug because this is on my channel, but I know, Vesh, you've got your streaming.
Yes, I have a YouTube channel and I have a YouTube channel and I have a Twitch stream. So my Twitch stream is the Easy Stream. You might see me typing in chat. And I'll also post it down below. And I've got a YouTube channel which is spelled exactly like my Discord name, as seen in the top left-hand corner, easy.allday. And I try to upload gaming stuff. A lot of my old content's hidden. Trying to start fresh, new game, new me, get it going. And everyone download Phone Destroyer, the South Park game. It's extremely good. It's on your phone. Fucking great.
Jesus Christ.
This is the mobile gaming podcast.
No, it's just a really fun game. I've been playing it. That and Life After, which is a Chinese sort of zombie survival game. It's actually really fun. Like you build houses and that, and then you go defend it.
Interesting.
I'll definitely skip them.
Look, it's fun if you're fucking taking a 30-minute poop. I need something to do.
I do love my hour and a half poops.
Oh God. Well, Toast Farm, you don't really have anything to plug, but nothing really else to say at the end.
Nope,
You're all good. Well, whoever hasn't followed and has been listening to the podcast for the last hour and 40 minutes?
If you've got any sort of feedback for us, that'd be
more
than welcome.
Any feedback would be great. So, message obviously if you like to whisper me on Twitch, you're more than welcome to. At least any feedback is great because this is our first podcast, and I think it went pretty well, don't you?
Yeah.
So obviously our reading aloud is very shit. Thanks school. failing us. Thanks for that. Yeah, so I guess we'll be doing this again next week at 6 o'clock.
Yep.
6
next
o'clock.
Thursday. Yep, 6 o'clock.
Thursday next week. So I hope to catch you all then, and have a good one. Take it easy.
Join the Nico's Discord. The link down below in chat.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Night, everyone.
Good night.